Well, hello everyone. Let's talk today about watercolor paper. I have a block right here. This is Arches and it's 11 by 14. This is a great size for a warm-up. I just wanted to show you how to remove a sheet. So unwrap the block and go to this place right here. And slip your butter knife inside and go all the way around to remove a sheet. You can decide you want to paint on the block, and that holds the paper firm without buckling. But here is the sheet, rough side up, smooth side on the back. I certainly suggest the rough side up, everyone. I enjoy it. You've got these little grooves where the pigments fall into. It's just a lovely texture to work with. So let's put the block aside and let's talk about the sheets. So here's the sheet. It comes in a package of 5. Of course, there are different options for purchasing a full sheet of watercolor paper. This is Arches 140 rough, and everything is right here to back that up, and it comes in sheets. So what I have done is taken a full sheet of paper and deckled it, which means I've cut it into segments. So this is a half. I'm folding it in half. I'm double folding it just to get a nice clean cut. And with the metal ruler, I'm putting it right down there on the fold. And with a firm grip, I'm holding it in place, and I am ripping the paper. I'm moving my hand right down the ruler as I do it. So now what I have would be 4 sheets. And for this class, you're going to need all 4 sheets. I want to point out that when you purchase the watercolor paper, you get this beautiful edge. I call it a decoed edge. And when you cut the paper using the rip or tear method with the ruler, you get something very similar. It's just so much more enjoyable to look at. I want you to see it. To look at it, to see it, than a scissored or a knife cut. So enough about paper. The last thing I want to mention to you is that on the full sheets, you have one side that's a little rougher than the other side, which is a little flatter. And on that rough side, you see these little pockets. Again, just like the block, where the pigments kind of fall into, and you get a lovely, a pattern to work with. My choice is always rough side up. And for this session, I'm going to suggest it. However, what side you work on will be totally personal. The other thing I want to mention to you is that on a full sheet of watercolor paper, there is a logo, and here it is. It's a little stamp, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to pick that up, but this is the smooth side. So you might remember it if you get confused. It's rough side down. So rough side down, excuse me, I want to say that correctly. It's logo side down. So logo side down, which is the rough side up. All right, everyone, that's a little bit about paper and deckling. using your ruler and also how to work with a block.